It's the archivist, y'all.
Yeah,
Exclusively
exclusive.
interviewing Panther and the Supafly.
That's right.
Good.
What's up?
What's good?
And who is the dynamic duo of the epic sound patterns, Panther and the Supafly?
Who is
It's him.
we?
It's Panther. Who is we?
I am
We is-
Panther.
I'm Dave P.
Front man.
I make
This
the beat.
is, he makes beats.
Yeah.
Bass player makes beats. I makes beats. And the other
And
two
we-
are just crazy at everything that they do. We got the guitar player, we got the
great.
drummer,
He's great.
we got the
He's
whole
great. He's
package.
great.
We got everything that you need. 100% Panther and the Supafly, bona fide gangster shit.
And let's go back to your late teens at 17 from working on tracks with Mosaic and Raw Focus and your brother David behind the scenes to the influences behind your sound. You've been in work mode for many years. And hats off to the gentleman.
On point.
Nice little discreet.
Well, I mean, like,
Tamir, you hear that?
I got it.
You likes that?
Yeah.
Tamir loves that
It was
one.
right in there.
Tamir's a great.
Hats off, gentlemen.
Say hi.
Very good.
Let us know from the start.
From the start. Well, I don't know. I mean, started out playing guitar. Just, my dad played in a few African groups, with guys like Alpha Yaya Diallo and stuff like that.
Very cool.
And because he was doing that, I learned to play the guitar. And then later on went to school for it. In high school, met these cats, all the cats that are, I guess my crew right now, the Supafly crew. Met up. And we played in different bands. I played in Hats Off Gentlemen with this cat right here. And the drummer.
Tamir Schlanger again. Say hi again.
Yeah.
Very good.
Good job.
Excellent. All right, so we Duncan Shoes, our drummer, and he was the drummer for Hats Off Gentlemen as well. So we've been playing for like upwards of 8 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, after I got the whole hardcore music thing out and done with, started working on some hip hop. And
Just
met
subtle
up-
change there.
Yeah, subtle change.
You realize it's black.
I had a long talk with my parents, and they were just like, "You can't be making this kind of music." I was like, you gotta start rapping or something. Sell drugs, play basketball.
Sell
Met up with Mosaic, and we made a couple tracks together. We met up randomly at this place called Mint, I think it's.
Boulevard 22.
But yeah, so we started making tracks, and after working with him for a while, the boys and I kind of linked up again, and they decided they wanted to play some of those tracks. So a couple of years later, after re-recording the tracks that I done with Ray, we put together our first EP in Kazi. It was more of like a demo style record, you know what I mean? Like we put together stuff from a couple of years together. It was a little more scattered. It was more kind of like a showcase of our talents, what we're able to do in different styles and stuff, because we'd all have different influences throughout the years, I guess. And yeah, we just moved on from there to do Blood and Joy.
Any highlights from that?
From Nkazi? I mean, like that. We look at that as more of like a learning experience.
Yeah.
On like how to put together a record, because we always wanted to do something that was real focused, and we learned throughout, going through different producers and different studios and different sessions, just bouncing ideas and stuff. We learned more about the process of making a record and like how it goes down, basically. So it was more of a learning experience than anything.
And share about the band, the magic made, what it took to be where you're at now. It's incredible how you all collaborate.
Well, basically, we've been together for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of like knowing each other, we've known each other for a long time. So I find one of the most important things is getting to know who you're working with, how to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Like how to interact with your group. And if you've known each other for a long time, you don't have to jump over any barriers or jump through hoops to do shit.
Everyone kind of fall into your own, like everyone kind of does their own thing to help the band in their own way and shit. Just got this like machine going, kind of like settled into our patterns of doing shit and writing
basically.
songs and recording and all that.
Basically, getting into the circuit,
Yeah.
Getting right in that
Gigging
circuit.
heavily.
And the front page of Beat Route magazine, an episode on Shaw's Urban Rush, and now on the Van City Giants Volume 1 mixtape, Big Things.
That was interesting, I mean, like, a lot more attention is being paid, which, goes to show. People take shit for granted sometimes. I mean, like, beat cover and all that, like, that was a lot of fun, you know what I'm saying? They came up to us and they wanted to talk to us and kind of understand what we're all about, because we didn't want to get into the hip-hop game or in the music scene and not, cause a ruckus. We wanted to get in there and, do it right, have people know who we are, because we are focused and we're very confident in this shit.
And now, Blood and Joy.
Yeah.
Looking really
Now
good.
check it out. If you actually get inside, if you open it up.
I don't like where I was supposed to get the cover.
Yeah, you get. Okay, now
So
that,
you're
that's
telling me
the,
there's
no, that's
gonna
the
be
next
a
one.
second.
There's
There's
gonna
gonna
be
be a second print.
of Blood and Joy. Yeah, but your face is gonna be on the front.
Okay, but I was supposed to be on the. This supposed to be a 50-50 split print.
Oh yeah. Okay, it's 50-50 split print.
Are
But
we
I'm
gonna
talking
call
about
it the print house?
All right, check it out. So
This
we
is
have
not,
like.
This is not.
You know what? The first print
It's supposed
was
to be
me.
a 50-50
It's gonna be
print.
you, Dave. Shit.
All right,
Can
can
we
we get on?
just
Can you
get-
get on the phone with Print House
I'm
Inc.,
on it.
please?
I'm on it.
Can we
Can we
get on?
continue
Can
with
we
this?
figure
Can we
this out?
continue this? This is not
All
something.
right,
that-
we can continue, but I'm not. This disturbs. I'm not happy about this.
It's insanely dope. People need to know and have this in their music collections. How has it been? This is the only way to do it, from slapstick to real men.
Do you want to
We
talk
get-
about this?
Well, I can say a few things about it. Yeah, it's right. He's right. It's how you do it. It's right. I don't know. Well, it's our beat album produced by me and Josh.
Yeah.
It was kind of an interesting process. Like it kind of morphed. The idea of the album changed a bunch through making it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, through making it, we decided. We actually just encountered a lot of different points of inspiration that we hadn't had before this record. That's why, like, if you listen to Incasa and you listen to Blood and Joy, it's just completely different. And it's not because the band element is not particularly here. It's
this is just pure beats. And
just different inspiration entirely. I feel like it's a more focused sound.
yeah, definitely.
An improvement on what we've done before. Basically, as a Christmas present to myself, I decided to, get myself a machine, start making beats, and then so after working on beats for a couple months, we cut like 15 tracks or something like that to make this record, and we chose those 6, and actually during that time he was making these beats, and we decided to put some of them on there, and because these beats had been like around for a while, we decided working on them, like changing sounds up and trying to really hone what it was that these beats sounded like lyrically. It was different. It was a discovery for me because like rapping on your own beats is a lot easier. It's more focused because it's the rhythms you choose. It's what you want.
It always
to hear.
feels so natural when Josh like raps over his own beats. It's just like you can tell it's all from his mind. It all works together perfectly, and it's really cool.
It's like a subconscious thing, I guess.
And the inspiration behind it.
The inspiration
For each of
behind the album?
You're on the lyrics.
You want to
music.
go?
The beats?
Wanna
Yeah, just for slapstick, I was been listening to a lot more trap music, and more like Hudson Mohawk and shit like that, like that type of trap.
Lunas.
Lunas.
Good trap music.
Yeah.
Not that
like
bullshit
instrumental
trap
trap music.
Yeah.
And this is just a beat that I made. Slapstick was a beat that I made for fun, and then I played it for Josh, kind of half joking, like, yo, I'm like fucking with this style, because I never really make beats like that, right? And then he was like, this is fucking dope. So he wrote to it, and then it eventually became this thing, and then Josh got Ronnie to do the hook on it and shit. It was cool.
Ronnie killed it.
That was dope.
Started yelling to the microphone.
Yeah, I had no idea. They just he showed me that. He showed all of us that, like, after the session with Ronnie at the practice, and we were all like, oh shit, like,
Yeah.
because we were like, how can this turn out? Like, it could be really dope or really like whack, but it turned out awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ronnie, but I know I'm just kidding, Ronnie. I had full faith in you, Ronnie. If you're watching this.
I got Ronnie to actually rap for me at my house.
Oh yeah, okay. So Josh
Just,
tested
like,
the waters.
Like before being like, hey, you want to be on a song? Because I wasn't trying to, I wasn't trying to have Dave tell me this shit was whack.
And any videos in the works.
Actually, yeah, Dave actually also made the beat for Endgame. That's the second track on the record.
Yeah,
the second track. And we decided to make a video for that one. We got together with like Z&G Productions. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
They're dope. It was
we went and shot a video
in the middle of fucking
nowhere. Yeah, it was in the middle of nowhere. I don't want to give it away because I don't really understand what's gonna go down.
Yeah, we don't.
It's kind of a surprise to us as well. So it's gonna be exciting to see.
It's gonna be cool.
Should be coming out in the next week or two.
Yeah, like really soon. Yeah.
And the farewell party of the Biltmore, all I have to say is that is how a performance is done. And on to the Shambhala Festival. Tell us more. Really serious.
Shambhala was
It was
sick.
dope.
Fun
The
as
Biltmore
fuck.
was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There was definitely a really good turnout.
They're both
We
totally
were
different
just like-
vibes.
Yeah, totally
It's
different
awesome.
vibes. Yeah, we practiced a lot for that because it seems like we didn't have as much time to practice generally because we were we were all
There's
busy.
so
like,
many
doing
things we
a
had
bunch
to
of
do,
things we
a
had to do,
million
right?
things. It was like
Yeah.
getting the record done.
Exactly, gigging
Fucking
heavily, just getting
just
right
doing
into
the circuit.
and
Just doing the circuit.
and yeah, that was a fun kind of relaxing way to get
Yeah, but
last digs out.
yeah, it was great.
I mean, like talking specifically about the Biltmore show, Shambhala was like
it was cool. Like the Biltmore show was like intense. We had everything down to like a wire, what we were gonna do. You know, it was like we wanted to make sure it all went really awesomely and smoothly.
Oh shit!
Come on.
Let's take a second. See what...
This. Don't answer it.
Yo.
Wow. Wow. This is
Can
disrespectful
let
to me and the archivist.
I'm in an interview
right?
right now. Can we
Dodo,
talk,
get
we
off
talk a
the
little
phone. I can't believe you would do this.
Okay,
We're
Dodo,
wasting the
fuck
archivist
you.
time right now.
I'm-
We're
okay,
wasting
you know what?
the-
No, I'll
Let me
talk.
talk
I'm
to
gonna
her. Let me
you.
talk to her.
Okay.
Dodo, do you know what you're doing right now? You're wasting the archivist's time right now. Time is money, okay, Dodo. Time is money. All right. How do we deal with this?
Just put it.
Can we
just
get
put
this?
It away.
Can we get
Okay.
this?
Alright,
Can
let me
we
just get
take
in
this?
here.
Can we dispose of that?
Just throw it this way. Okay, wrap that. Just take that to go. Yeah. Wrap.
Share the cards I
still-
passed down to you guys.
Oh shit! No, we
Oh.
just got these Legends of Fame, the Great Canadian Hip Hop Card Collection. It's like
So I got
What
Mocha
is-
only here. Well, do they got powders?
we got these. Don't talk to me like that. I'm in an interview right now.
Jay, Josh, you
I'm
actually got
gonna call you back. All right.
Get off the phone.
Okay. All right. Peace. Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay. All is forgiven.
What was the question?
You always gotta forgive your friends.
Yeah,
They mess
sometimes.
up, and you just let them.
It's all good.
Okay. Wait, we were talking about the Biltmore show. I was saying we wanted to make sure it was all good and smooth, but the Shambhala was more of like, it was dope. Like in the sound check, we had this big jam session on the stage with like all the hip hop bands like playing at different
Yeah.
instruments, and it was just like a total relaxed, just jam, carefree daytime show. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Both the shows were dope.
There was a good turnout to that too.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
like there's a lot of
insane.
people like the
We got a
crowd
cool,
was really responsive.
cool stage. Yeah.
Yeah. They remodeled the whole shit. Like I went in 2010. I was like August or whatever, and the stage, like the village stage, was really dope. It kind of looked like a large chicken. I don't know how they made it look like that, but they had the other dome up, and
Large
these like
chicken?
fluorescent lights and shit like that.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay, no, I was trying to figure this shit out too. You know what I'm saying? I was high.
Don't
It
take that too literally.
It was not literal at all. Just like if you looked at it and you were really high and you were high up.
You might see some kind of massive chicken.
Yeah, it was kind of like the canopy looked like a beak and
Maybe.
shit. But anyway, they remodeled the whole shit, and it made it look more like a house because probably somebody told them that it looked like a chicken, and and it was fun. I mean, like before they had like a whole panel for DJs and stuff, and it wouldn't come off, so like you couldn't have a band on there because there was no stage. But they took the whole panel off and like remodeled it so that they can have like DJs play.
The stage was
and, like,
big, yeah.
Yeah, it was a big stage.
yeah.
They completely redid it. It was dope. It was a lot of fun. Shit went pretty smoothly. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
And now going on tour with Onyx, performing at the Icon in Montreal with the Lick Nuts, JD Era, and Ill Bill. Any other plans out east?
Out east? Well, I mean, like we're just gonna go out there and see what's good. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah. We have a few shows
yeah,
booked there.
yeah, we got a few shows.
And it's
lined
pretty
over
much just
there.
like we got time to like find a dope jam space and just get things started over there, get
Yeah.
a studio going, and
Exactly, yeah, because we're working on our 2013 full record right now.
yeah.
So that's gonna be done right before we go.
Mhm.
So our plan is to just like raise awareness, I guess, of like Blood and Joy, and like get it out there and get people to hear it and shit.
Mhm.
Play a bunch of shows, and then like later on, probably like I don't know, like February, March or something like that. That's just like ballpark though. We'll release the next record.
Yeah.
And opening for Sweatshop Union, so much more, killing it at Van City's Main Street Live. Any moments so far you guys have?
Any moments,
What do you mean moments though?
like just crazy
Show-
moments of
shows,
clarity.
Different
just-
things in Vancouver that you've gone through, or just traveling, touring.
Well, we feel like we played enough shows here for people to know who we are, and enough shows here that we can dip, because there's just not enough people. We do appreciate all the support we got over the past few years from the people here, but like in terms of the world stage, it's not particularly the place to be. We'll always love Vancouver,
Mhm.
but we gotta go to the other side of the country.
Yeah,
Try to
yeah.
do some real shit.
And the full-length LP, what can we expect? And like I said, you're moving on from where we're at on the West, and I only wish you guys the best.
Thanks, man.
And going to do it to the next
appreciate
degree. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm still running games. So that's how it is.
That's
what I'm
what
talking about.
counts. To expect for the full length, I've never been so like excited to put out just music, like our music. Like, I think it's really at a point now where we're kind of we've before, like, making albums, we were kind of all growing so much and adding so much new shit. Now it's at a point where, like, we kind of have more of a sound, and this album we put so much work. We never had this long to do a record before.
Yeah.
We've just been working on it for so long and doing all the small details that need to be done and stuff, and, you know, like, thinking about who to mix it and all this stuff. And it's turning out like I'm just super excited to put it out. I think it's going to be a huge deal for us. It's like nothing that's out now, like, for us.
Yeah,
at
it's
all.
going to be different.
I think it's
we're,
gonna be
we're
step
definitely
forward,
finding our sound a lot more, using more of the resources we can get our hands on, and trying different techniques and you know.
We had time,
basically
we
getting
never really had time to experiment, except for Blend Joy Digs. We had all the time in the world to, you know, to make our own beats, right? But with the band, it's more of a thing where, like, you kind of have to, like, get it refined together, because recording a band is so much more than making beats and doing vocals, right?
Yeah.
But we've had so much time with this, it's like we never had all that time to experiment with the band, and for this record we did, like, going out and, like, using all these vintage analog synths and all this cool stuff we got to fuck around with for a long time. It's definitely given the album, like, a really cool sound, I think, so.
Yeah.
And the largest crowd you guys have ever rocked.
Shambhala.
Yeah, I'd have to say Shambhala, because, I mean,
It was
the
crazy.
amount of eyes that would have caught us there would probably be the most.
Yeah,
Based
exactly.
off of just,
How many people would you say?
I don't know, probably like
it's hard to
2,000 or something like that.
It's hard to say. Like, it was like at one point, and then people just kept coming in. There was like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of spots to view the stage from. So it's, you know,
Yeah, there's a lot of different, like, viewpoints and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
It was dope.
balconies and shit. So.
And the best hip hop memory you two have been part of or contributed to?
Best hip hop memory.
On or off stage?
Anything.
Probably. What would it be? I feel like there's been, like, some studio thing we did where it was just like, you know, you do record something and we're just like, that's fucking crazy. Like, I don't know. after doing a
Probably,
track or
yeah. I
something.
mean, there's been moments in the studio.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, there was oh man. Okay, well, there was this one time we were on stage doing hip hop karaoke.
Yeah.
And like, it was just so much fun playing with all these I guess they're rappers now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were these guys doing hip hop karaoke.
Hip hop karaoke has a lot of moments, actually.
Yeah, that's a lot of moments.
A lot of moments.
And they actually all came down here to practice with us. So, like, you know, we got a moment to get to know everybody. And so we're playing a song. I forget which one it was. We played the Roots track, the Seed.
Yeah.
That shit was dope.
That was fun.
I was actually playing the tambourine for that because, like, they actually found a singer. I was pretty choked about that because I wanted to sing the hook because that shit is dope. But I'm just playing with tambourine, going away, just having fun or whatever, and I see this chick in the crowd, and she was fly. I was like, damn. So I wink at her, and then we finish playing. We get off stage, just go sit in the green room, and Tamir comes
I think I know
down.
where this is going.
I don't even know how this went down. He brings her to me, and it was just like, it felt like a rock star. He was like, hi, like this is somebody. You know, that felt like a rock star moment in terms of, like, hip hop and, like, swagged out shit to go down. Like, that's some shit.
That's
You
pretty
know what I mean?
dope.
Like,
That's
whatever.
pretty
That was
dope.
pretty dope.
Also hearing some of the snare sounds for the first time on this new album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some hip-hop snares.
Yeah. Finally, you know, dialing a sound, because it's hard to get, like, hip hop sound with a drum kit. The only guys that
I'll
I
make
can
it so.
off the top, yeah, you will.
Oh,
The only guys off the top I can think about that, like, have that serious hip hop sound, like, right off the bat is Chris Dave and Questlove. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
for
So-
drummers. Yeah.
For drummers, yeah. Who
They pretty much
record
set the
live drums.
standard for, like, what hip hop drums should sound like.
Exactly, yeah.
It's hard to get it like that. Probably the first show, because these guys, they played, like, the rest of the band. They had more of like a drums, guitar, bass, and vocals kind of lineup. And then I joined because I quit this other band that was taking up a lot of time, and I was working in the studio, and I left there as well, so I had a lot of free time. So Josh asked me to join the group, and I brought in, like, a bunch of, like, synthesizers and shit like that, changed the sound up a bit. But probably my best memory was probably the first show I played with them, because my other band was more of a chill, kind of ambient, jazzy kind of tripped out band. So, but I'm really into like making crowds move and shit, right? Like that's what I want when I play a show. So I
Yep.
never had that feeling.
Booties.
And
bouncing.
any time with my other band when things got heavy and people started to move a bit more, it felt so good. So like I've never had. And then the first show I played with them, obviously we're doing hip hop, which I loved. So it was like so great being able to fully like get that out. And I was just stoked to play.
You definitely do move the crowd.
You gotta move the crowd, 'cause there's something about bass and ass cheeks that just goes
Go
together.
hand in
You know what I'm
hand.
talking about? So
Bass
like,
and ass cheeks go hand in hand.
they do.
Yeah.
And that's why Dave P is necessary. Addition to this band.
And you guys have anything to say to America?
America.
America.
America, we love you. And
Watch out,
Being from
Canadian-
Kansas City myself, I'm going to say to everyone out in
Kansas
Kansas,
City.
take it air and say hi to Richie for me.
KC-Mo. Well, for America, I mean, I guess like like
We're coming to get
Canadians
ya.
are, like some of us rap, some of us are dope. I mean, I can see how you might not think so, but some of us are just exceptional, and we got to get you. So
We're coming,
watch out.
We're coming for you.
And Panther, your musical ability, do you feel that you're influenced by chaos at all with your sound?
With my sound, as you mean as a lyricist or like as a
Just as a musician.
As a musician, I was never really influenced by a whole lot of
Specifically?
like specific guys. I mean, like there's certain dudes that have like I guess my singing voice in terms of like
Elaborate on that.
sounds. Like I don't know, like I used to listen to like a lot of like Incubus. So Brandon Boyd is his name. Yeah, Brandon Boyd. Like I used to listen to that shit all the time, and like him and
For singing.
yeah, for
Yeah,
singing,
for singing.
yeah, like Brandon Boyd and John Legend are the two biggest influences I could like think of off the top of my head. I wasn't really influenced by a lot of Canadian music generally, so I mean like to specifically point out Chaos, like I couldn't tell you that was a huge influence in my music. Like respect though, you know what I'm saying? He's been doing it for a while. He knows what he's doing, right? So like definitely respect that. I mean, I've always wanted to kind of stray away from the whole like Canadian hip hop sound because it's almost like a weird genre these days.
Well, there is
It's
no
like-
real Canadian hip hop sound, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like saying I feel like almost like when you say Canadian hip hop, it's like an unrefined hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's never really taken seriously. It's like its own thing. It's like rapping about fucking mountains and I don't know. Like it just seems like something that's not really given like the time of day or like. But I just call it hip hop. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be called Canadian hip hop. Like,
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
particularly
exactly,
influenced by Canadian hip hop. I was influenced by hip hop. So whether whoever influenced me was from Canada or like came through Canada or did something that has to do with Canada, like it's still hip hop, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Your influences as a producer.
he's actually won 5th of the Supafly. Cause like
Oh,
Yeah, there's the
there's
other
5
guy.
of us
Okay.
all together.
For influences, a lot of I listen to a lot of electronic music. A lot of my favorites are probably like Hudson Mohawk for influences, and like listening to a lot of him lately. And this new guy called Sid Rim came out. Basically there's a site called 22 Tracks that I'm a big fan of. There's a lot of dope.
That shit is dope.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah.
I've listened to a lot of trap music lately.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
trap. And like
So hard to
22
name
tracks
these
actually
off.
he actually got me into 22 tracks and like I started listening to like grime because of that because
Yeah.
like you hear a lot of like the UK grime shit. That shit is dope.
Just
It's
look
like,
through my iPod. It's probably
yeah, there's
easier
like
to
a whole
list
lot
find
of
fucking
yeah.
influences.
But I mean, in terms of MCing, I'd say my influences for some of the tracks on Blood and Joy. Like I was listening to like a lot of Busta Rhymes at the time, so like there's more like aggressive energy to that to some of the songs and like listen to like Kendrick Lamar and stuff like that. Just different MCs that are dope. I like to hear their voice. I like to hear what they got to say. Right, so.
Machine
different-
Drum
yeah.
is another big influence of mine.
You also
He's
listen to
dope.
like LCD Sound System.
Yeah,
and,
for bands,
like,
LC Sound System is big. Radiohead's like one of my all-time favorite
Yeah.
bands. Oh, just a lot of stuff. I just in general, my influences come from like, I love analog equipment and that type of sound and synthesizers. And
Yeah.
I love the '80s. It's a big influence of mine.
And you guys got any
Really?
shouts?
He shouts.
Shouts. Like people like you mean people I like to work with or people that
Just shouts.
I'd like to give a shout out to Method Man, man. Like I don't know. For some reason, no matter what music I was into or I listened to, I was always listening to Method Man. Blackout was my shit. Like even like Talib Kweli, Mos Def, like Black Star. That shit was crazy. Like those are the kinds of songs that you hear that I heard when I was listening to those, and I was like, that's crazy shit. Like that's really dope. Like I wanna rap on those types of beats, and I wanna kill it just as hard as they do. You know what I'm saying? So like, but like that in conjunction with the other influences I mentioned earlier, and like musically different influences, like it just came together into something else. Because I mean, like I don't think I sound like any of that shit. So it's just they were part of my upbringing in terms of music, I guess.
And any other shouts for you guys in order to where you're at today?
Shout out to John Patton, who's like the dude who got me into real music. I used to be listening to shitty. I play guitar, but I was like listening to like the shittiest music, and then met him one day and he played guitar and he like got me into like dope shit like jazz and like really took me to the next level of music. So shout out to him, because probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now if it wasn't for him. So
yeah.
And I only wish you guys best to pursue in every prize what you're trying to possess in this music industry.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
And shouts to Tamir.
Shouts
and
to
this
T-
is the Archivist.
T. Schlango.
And you
Out-
already know the
out in
name,
the
y'all.
rafters over there. Say hi again, Tamir Schlango.
Oh yeah, the Supafly crew.
Get into the circuit.
Here to really stay.
We're gonna play out here, Archivist, real quick. Can we play them out, Josh?
Yeah, why not?
A little.
One.
Alright.
Count it in, Tamir. Let's get played out.
Here it is.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
You rap on this one, man.
That shit.
That's good.
Alright.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
And this is the Archivist, and you already know the name, y'all.
Panther the
Yeah.
Supafly.
You know what it is,
Hands
Superfly
up.
crew.